chips. This should be a winning issue for Biden. He passed legislation called the CHIPS Act. Could not be more overtly aggressive on this issue, trying to make sure that, America is not dependent on China, really, to produce chips that power, all our devices. Of course, today, Taiwan, which at the end of the Biden administration is not China, is, through TSMC, a major producer of silicon for the United States. I don't know what do you think? Is Trump a gain or loss on the chips front, James?
Trump in the last few months of the campaign was saying on the trail that the CHIPS Act was so bad that the only way to get these companies, or the best way to get these companies back to manufacturing in America, is to put a bunch of tariffs on their imports, so they're forced back to America. So I'm a little skeptical that he's going to be sticking with the Biden strategy here, even though it seems to be succeeding in the U.S. But I could see him changing his mind too once kind of the clarity of the issue is in front of him.
Yeah, I think like solar, energy in general, where we were sort of like, yeah, based on what they're saying, this policy could be pretty good for energy production. I think we have to go based on what they're saying, to James's point, and it's not good. Like, they hate the CHIPS Act. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, said they're going to try to repeal it, even though his co-speaker at an event was like, actually, that was really good for my district, and I'm a Republican, so can we not do that?
So bizarre. It's industrial policy. Like, I don't understand.
Tariffs are a terrible way to deal with this problem. I mean, I fundamentally, we'll get to this in the Black Swan section, but I think that Trump makes it much more likely that China will try to take over Taiwan in the next 4 years, which would be the worst possible thing for chips on a global scale.
Obviously, the reason we need to bring semiconductor production here is because of the fear that we don't have access to Taiwan. As long as we do, we're in a pretty good spot.
It's obviously up for debate, but I pretty strongly believe that Trump is enabling China and Russia, but let's just focus on China right now. And there's sort of leaders to act in a more dictatorial fashion. And clearly the number one thing Xi Jinping wants to do is retake Taiwan.
They have
the
like
US
a
at
date
least
set, right? Haven't they said like 2026 or something?
They're doing like practice blockades in the ocean around the island. They're like, we're just going to throw like 9 battleships in a little circle around Taiwan just to feel out the waters. So it's not looking good in my opinion. I don't know. I'm pretty pessimistic about the future of the Taiwan-China conflict.